Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast for the week of October 2nd, 2018. I did not forget this time to put it at the beginning of the show.
But you know what you did forget? This is episode 40.
This is episode 40 for the week of October 2nd, 2018. Will, I did forget one thing. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire, and today I'm joined by the one who corrects me, Will, aka I am Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you on this Monday?
I'm doing all right.
That's good.
It's decent. The workday went by quick. My only complaint is that, well, you know how we were playing football this last week? Playing a little catch.
Yeah, we're playing a little catch with the rinky-dink small football that didn't work out, and then we played with a good one.
Yeah. So, you know how I jammed my thumb on that one throw?
Yup.
So, my wrist has been bothering me all week.
Oh, shit.
And I think it's because of jamming my thumb that this has happened before where I've jammed my thumb and the cartilage around my tendon swells up in my wrist.
Oh, shit.
And then I get wrist pain for a while until it goes away. So, I'm dealing with that.
So, it will just go away, though?
Eventually.
Okay.
Yeah. This has happened like twice now.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's just annoying. But it is what it is.
Be safe out there, kids.
Yeah.
I'm playing catch with footballs. Oh my god. Will.
Uh-huh.
I got some housekeeping to start the show off with.
All right. Lay it on us.
We put a poll out there on the tweet hairs asking what you, not you, Will, well, maybe if you voted, but you, the listener, what time slot you would like for the HCS Pro Talk Community Playdate coming up on Saturday, October 13th. And by golly, we have a time slot. I believe there's still 1 day left to vote on the poll, but it's almost unanimous what people are looking for. So I'm safe to say that the time slot for the HCS Pro Talk Community Playdate on Saturday, October 13th is 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time. And we're going to be playing Halo 5 and Halo the Master Chief Collection, so we can get people of all facets of Halo playing with us. And again, if you'd be interested in playing, join the Xbox Club. That's the only way we're going to know for certain to get the correct people invited to the game and the party and all that fun stuff. And since we're still a couple weeks out, we'll have more details in regards to like party chat and whatnot coming down the line.
Question for you, Josh.
Answer for you, Will.
Can we create a sign-up sheet, like a Google Doc?
Sure.
That we post with the show notes so that we can see who's signing up when, so we can, we can get the people who sign up first in to play with us and then have them put their game down that they preferred to play.
I like that idea. I think that's good. Yeah.
Perfect.
We'll put the tweet out and put it on the Facebook page and whatnot. So, because sometimes people just don't look at the show notes.
Yeah.
And also I know that Spotify doesn't include all of the show notes.
Oh.
Like, not nearly all of it.
Well,
it's like a couple sentences.
Oh.
So, yeah, we'll make sure we'll put it out there. We'll put it everywhere.
Awesome.
Will.
Uh-huh.
What do we normally start the show off with? RosterMania!
If you don't know by now, we usually start with some RosterMania. We'll tell you about some rosters we found throughout the week that have changed, different names, what's going on. So here we go. Nothing to report on out of the LATAM, EU, or Australia, New Zealand region. However, out of North America, here we go. Ace, he gets dropped from Excellerate Gaming. He put out a couple tweets. One does state, and I quote, "After recruiting an org for the team, I get dropped by said org. Reverse karma, I guess. Good luck to them, though, seriously. No bad blood. Free agent with more points than you." End quote. So,
saying it how it is.
Yeah, just straight up. So the current roster, from what Josh has found here, is Boobadooboo, Arctic, and Demon D still all there, but Talik is in and Ace is out.
And based off of all the opinions that I'm seeing online, people are really confused by this happening.
Yeah, I don't know why.
You have... Now, Talik, nothing against you, okay? Congratulations on getting on this squad, but they dropped a winning person, like somebody who's won championships in the past.
An established veteran.
Yes. he knows the game inside and out. He has that veteran mindset. He's a great player still, like to this day, and he gets dropped? Okay. I'm actually confused by this move because we said it for London. We said it for the London show. We expected Excellerate to do big things. Now, they did do pretty well. And what people need to realize is that they were still like a damn near brand new team. So I was hoping that if they would have stuck around, if they would have stuck together, they would have been able to feed off one another even more going into Atlanta. And that could have been, like, they could have been a huge force to be reckoned with. And this, again, nothing against you, Taulik, but for all intents and purposes, I don't think you guys are gonna be able to compete now. I mean, one person doesn't necessarily make a team, but you dropped one of the best players in Halo. I'm not just talking about like previous Halos as well. I'm talking about Halo 5 too. Like I'm confused.
I think everyone's a little confused.
Yeah. It's a move that came out of fucking nowhere. Now, maybe there's other things. I mean, I bet there has to be other things happening behind the scenes that we just don't see. And we could speculate all day, but based off of what happened, all right, we'll see how you do in Atlanta, guys.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. That's all we can really do is wait and see. And hopefully, I'm hoping more information comes out about the whole situation.
Yeah, hopefully Ace has more info, or hopefully one of the other squad mates does as well. We'll have to find out.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for our RosterMania for the week. Not a lot.
But a big one. There was still a big one.
Yeah, I was actually able to pronounce all those names.
Nice job. Will.
Uh-huh.
It's the best segment of the week right now, next to RosterMania. The one where the audience finds out that you still have not played more Halo 4. It's Will's Adventures Within the Haloverse! So that was a weird one.
Yeah.
You're welcome for that. Will, what have you been playing this week?
I've been continuing the Destiny 2 grind. Same.
What power level are you at now?
God, I gotta be like 530, 540-ish in that range. I forget. It was late. I kept just going. But I did jump on Halo 5.
Ooh, you did. What'd you play?
I finished my Arena and Slayer placements.
And?
So with Slayer, I gotta say I didn't place where I thought I was gonna place. And it was because the last few maps that I got placed into were the new ones, and I freaking hate them. I do not like them. They can just go away anytime.
And go suck a bag of dicks.
Yeah, I was not pleased. So I placed Gold 6.
Okay.
For losing my last 3 games in a row, I was actually kind of happy with that.
Sure.
Knowing that when I play more and I get back into those maps that I'm used to, I feel like my rank will improve.
I was going to say, you'll be back in plat, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then I usually place in gold for Arena, like a gold 4. Placed plat 1 this season.
Nice.
Which felt really good.
Yep.
So I'm going to keep playing that, try to get better.
Very nice.
Continuously getting better. I like it.
It's all about improving.
Feels good.
Putting that practice in.
On my last Arena game to place was Capture the Flag on, oh god, it's the very symmetrical map. Invis on the right. If you're red, it's on the right. Is it Truth? This top center with the 4 orange shields.
Yeah, that's Truth. Yep.
I don't know why I lost it there for so long.
It's okay. I was really fucking confused as what you're talking about. Really symmetrical map. There's a few.
There's a lot. Will tries to describe Halo maps and he completely fails.
The orange thing's in the top mid.
The shield.
Truth.
Yeah.
Got it.
Anyway, I capped 2 of the 3 flags.
Very nice.
One was a stealth run, which
even better.
I felt amazing doing on that map, and I felt like I was dictating the pace for my team. Good. I was defending when needed to. I actually saved a cap from being placed. I did the whole pull their flag, toss it off to the side while they brought it in. I got a triple kill. The teammate cleaned up the last guy. We returned it, and then I ran the flag back.
Will fucking doing work.
So it felt amazing. It did. It was just one of those. It was
putting the team on your back is what you were doing right there.
It was one of those things where I got the flagpole as they were bringing the flag in.
Yep.
So I just got a couple grenades down, finished up the shots on them, and because they all came in the same door, which made it a little easier.
Right.
Because the grenades just messed them up. They were
a triple kill's a triple kill.
Yeah. I should have saved it,
You should have.
but I didn't.
There's always next time.
Next time, yes, because they come so often.
Hey, Will's making a montage. Calling it right now.
No, not gonna happen.
Includes the one clip.
The one clip
Getting
that's
the
it,
triple
just
kill.
over and over again.
Different editing techniques and
Yeah.
different songs and whatnot being played over it.
No.
Man,
not
Will's
happening.
really good at Truth CTF. This is crazy. He keeps getting triple kill after triple kill. This is nuts.
on the same players.
You could just you could blur out the names. You don't need to show them off. It'll be like, nobody knows.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Oh, anyway, so yeah, that's really all I played was Destiny 2 and some Halo 5.
No more NHL?
No. I mean, I played a little bit, but it's nothing competitive on it. Just casually playing it.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, I have not been playing Destiny 2 as of late because I've gotten frustrated with Destiny 2 as of late, and I figured out why.
Why is that?
So, Will, I found an infographic on Reddit that explains how powerful rewards don't necessarily mean powerful rewards.
Yep.
There's a soft cap at 520. There's a soft cap at 540. There's a soft cap at 560 and 580. And guess what? I've reached the soft cap of 520 no matter what I do. Therefore, and I figured it out, the only way I can progress further now is by doing the Dreaming City content. Like, I can't do weeklies and dailies anymore. It doesn't progress.
I've been getting better gear from doing all my weeklies and dailies.
Yeah, but you already went over that first soft cap. So you will continue to get 1 or 2 per. You should be able to. Mine constantly drop. I even went back and tried again, and they still drop at the same. Like, none of them are even 1 power level increase.
So what we need to do then is we need to get you to the Blind Well.
Yep.
Which is a public event.
Yep.
I have a couple tier 2 and tier 3 charges to put in.
Well, tier 3 I would die instantaneously, but tier 2 maybe. And tier 2 I'd get my seat of light, so that'd be pretty fucking sick.
So the the Blind Well though doesn't always drop. We need to get you a bounty to do the Blind Well and then get gear.
And Petra usually always has one anyway.
So yeah.
Or a clan one. There's a clan one usually.
Yeah, just do the Dreaming City. Also, what we should do is, because you're at 520, right?
I'm at 525.
Yeah, so you'd be able to roam around the Dreaming City, and we can do public events as long as there's more than just me and you.
Yep.
So what we need to do, if any of y'all care about Destiny and are stuck at this as well.
On PC.
On PC. There you go. You need to roam around, do the public events, and get your...
Oh, I thought you were saying if you wanted to play with us.
Well, yeah, that too.
On
Hit
PC.
us up. So you have 1 prime engram that drops at the beginning of the week from just playing random things.
Yes.
Killing bosses, whatnot.
I feel like they come quicker, or it will come quicker when you're playing Crucible matches.
Sure.
I feel like that's usually how we get them the fastest.
But what I'm saying is if we're in the Dreaming City and we do public events, that could drop from the public event.
True.
And therefore, it'll give you a higher rated prime engram.
Yep. Prime engrams are, no matter what, I think a +6 to your... If I read the infographic correctly, it's a +6 no matter what.
And then, therefore, you can get that out of the way. And then, yeah, do Dreaming City things to get powerful gear. The weekly bounties can be really hard. Like, there's an Ascendance challenge.
Yep.
I haven't even tried it yet. Because I just haven't wanted to go at that yet.
You heard about that new activity, didn't you?
There's a new one, yes. I heard about it. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like a 580 level. Yeah.
And you get a triumph for completing it solo and not dying.
Ugh.
I mean, the top streamers already have done it, and there's probably countless other people who've done it as well. But yeah, I'm not anywhere near that fucking level yet. But the nice thing is that curse that's been happening is on a 3-week rotation. So you'll constantly have a chance to to do it if you missed your opportunity before.
Yep.
So that's nice.
So it's all about that grind and just keeping at it.
It is. You know what I've been grinding though?
I see you have some Horizon 4.
Forza Horizon motherfucking 4. So
happy with it?
I bought the $100 Ultimate Edition so I could play 4 days early because I'm that guy. If you don't know, I think I've gushed about it earlier, but I am a diehard Forza fan. Whether it be the Motorsport series, whether it be the Horizon series, I don't give a shit. I've put in 3/4 of a year worth of days into Forza as a whole. Like, I played a shit ton of Forza. I was excited for this game. It is everything I ever wanted and more. It plays incredibly well on PC, which it cannot be said for other PC releases of Forza games in the past. And it's absolutely incredible. If you don't plan on picking it up at full retail price, it's an Xbox Game Pass game. So for $10, you can play the full thing on Xbox One or PC. It doesn't matter. And I absolutely recommend it. It's fucking phenomenal. But yeah, I'm just going to gush over Forza the whole time. It's unbelievably good. It's exactly what I wanted.
Well, I'm glad you enjoy it.
Hell yeah.
Like you said, you like what you like.
I do. I like me some racing games.
Apparently you like some Forza.
I love some Forza. Will.
Uh-huh.
That was literally all I've been playing. So, without further ado, let's get into the news. First and foremost, this happened as we were recording last week's episode, and I feel like an absolute idiot for not saying it before, but Halo 3's birthday of 11 years was on September 25th. So happy birthday, the best Halo. Fight me if you don't think that that's true. Nah, I'm just kidding. Everybody likes what they like.
People talking about Halo 3, and they're saying something about you couldn't even shoot straight. What? Do you know what they were referring to? Was there something in the game?
Probably like the type of like there's hit scan and then there's something else. And they're probably just talking about that shit. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Right. I mean, I will say this, and we've said it before, that I feel like the hit detection's way better in MCC than it is in base Halo 3. But then again, I played a shit ton of Halo 3 back in the day, so I don't know, maybe my thoughts are deceiving me, but I feel like the hit registration in MCC is a lot better. So, whatever, but hey, either way, happy birthday to Halo 3! Next up, Lalo, Muggsy, as you may know him on the Twitters, he got a new job. He is now the social media and content producer for HCS. So congratulations to you! Then we had the Installation 01 weekly update. You can go ahead and check it out. Links to that and everything else we talk about are going to be in the show notes, but not on Spotify because they only include a couple sentences. But it'll be there. You just gotta look hard, you know? Go to the Podbean website. It's all there. Go to iTunes. I think it's all there. Go to Pocket Cast. It is all there. I use that. It's great. Then we have Will. You already picked this up.
Yeah. Go me.
Go you. You beat me to this. Will has the official Spartan Field Manual, which is available right now. It's a new book in collaboration with Scholastic. We'll include a link to it. Check it out. I think it looks awesome. It looks like it's built well, too. Then, if you're playing the Halo 5s, and you're looking for some new playlists to get into, well, boy, oh, do I have some new playlists for you! Warzone Turbo and Rock'n' Rail are back within Halo 5. Check them out. Then, if you guys don't recall us talking about it, there was an Xbox Game Pass quest for Halo the Master Chief Collection. That quest is now officially over. So, hopefully, completed the prerequisites for it, and you were entered into the sweepstakes to win a custom Xbox One X console. Guess who did not complete the quest steps? Me!
I certainly didn't.
Will just telling it how it is. That's amazing. Okay, so Will didn't complete it. I didn't complete it. Did you complete it? Let us know. Hopefully you did. Next up, we had the Halo community update. And believe it or not, I'm not going to read through this entire article, but instead I have one snippet for you, Will. Just one. Remember last week where we talked about how some new titles... Well, wait, what? No, new emblems are in Halo the Master Chief Collection, depending upon what you did.
Yeah.
And what you didn't do. In other words, what you didn't do, and what I didn't do, because it didn't work.
It was broken.
When we were there, and I'm upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you can get a new emblem for linking your gamer tag with Halo Fireteam Raven. It didn't work on the unit that we were at. Fucking stupid.
We're gonna drive to our local Dave & Buster's.
Just to fucking get our gamer tags
linked. Yep. Put in one card swipe.
Yep.
To start it, link it, and we out.
Give somebody a free play for like 5 minutes.
There you go. Hey, have you heard of Halo? No, you should come check this out.
Yeah. No, just sit the fuck down, grab the gun in your hand, and start shooting. I already got what I needed from this. I'm out. Next, and finally, for the last piece of regular Halo news, the submission deadline for the Forge Hub 4v4 Slayer map contest has passed as well. So hopefully you got your map submissions in, and I can't wait to see what the results are. Will, how about some competitive news? You ready?
Yeah.
Because here we go! The registration is open for the Microsoft Store Halo 3 2v2 tournaments that are taking place on October 7th! And guess what, Will? We're going to be covering the rosters next week.
Yay!
So get pumped for some names, bro!
Here we go again.
Hey, you know what? You got off easy a couple weeks here. So I got to give it to you hot. Just all in one go, and it's going to be great, and I can't wait to hear you flub them, and it's going to be amazing. The next piece of competitive news we got. The 2K tournaments are actually going to be resuming this weekend, with the finals being streamed on Tuesday, October 9th. So, yeah, hopefully we get some scrims. Next up, the official Smug Mug photo gallery of the Halo Championship Series is now live. You can relive the moments from 2018's Halo World Championship and HCS seasons at the link provided in the show notes. A lot of good pictures there. Will, if you're interested in going to HCS DreamHack Atlanta, well, guess what? Passes are available right now. Get them all you can. Get them all. They're hot. But yeah, team passes and spectator passes are live. You can go ahead and check them out, purchase them, and be there or be square. Guess what? I'm going to be square.
Yeah, no, there's no way I'm going.
Oh my god. Then, signups for the Halo 3 2v2 UGC qualifier for October 12th are live right now as well. If you're interested in competing in the Halo 3 2v2 Showdown, bringing it back at DreamHack Atlanta, then make sure you sign up for these tournaments. You can get your placing points, and hopefully you place well. We're going to see what happens. I'm excited to see who comes out for it. Next up, the Halo 3 2v2 Showdown playlist is now within Halo Master Chief Collection, so get your teammate and hop into MCC and get ready for a showdown. All right, well, I got one more for you. Beyond Astro Spartan's October Halo 5 tournaments have been announced as well. First up, there's a $500 Astro Spartan's Halo 5 Guardians 1v1 that's taking place on Wednesday, October 3rd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can sign up at the link we provide in the show notes. Taking place... We already told you that. The stream, though. Stream's at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mixer. And again, first place $500. Casters to be announced. So stay tuned for that. And then we also have a $500 Astro Spartans Halo 5 Guardians free for all!
You're all sorts of excited for these things.
You gotta be. There's tournaments happening, Will. They're happening all around us. Will's looking at me like, what the fuck is this kid on right now? Taking place Monday, October 8th, 2018. That's right, next week, Will. On our show, we're going to be covering both of these tournaments because both of them would have taken place. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can sign up at the link we provide. Will's laughing his ass off. We're having a great time over here at the HCS Pro Talk studios in Will's basement. And again, $500 first prize. Casters to be announced. We hope to have more info soon. Will.
Yes, sir.
That's it for the news, man.
All right. We got through it. It was a short one this week.
It was.
Surprisingly. Usually we have pages and pages of news notes.
Of me sitting here reading news notes.
Yep. I didn't get to kick back and relax this time.
Nope, you got to kick back and laugh.
That's true. That's true.
But Will.
Yeah.
Take it away.
All right. So no scrims happened.
What?
Over the last week. So no scrims. Nothing to talk about there.
Hopefully next week.
But we do have some tournaments to recap.
Do we?
Yes. You want to switch off on these or?
Go for it.
All right. So September 1v1 with an AI teammate random all tournament took place. This tournament is a 2v2 tournament with a twist. Every game you go, the random leader... What?
This is a Halo Wars 2 tournament.
Gotcha.
You pick a leader.
You pick a leader.
Yeah.
And those team has a legendary AI.
Yep.
Also using the leader on their team instead of a usual second human player. Because who trusts them?
Who trusts them?
That's what Josh put in the notes.
This is taken directly from their bracket link.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So this means you do not need a partner and can sign up by yourself. So here we go. We have some placements. First place went to Likely Squidward. He only lost one game during the entire tournament. Second place went to Basecraft 7022. Third place went to Blood Rush 4201. Bracket and VOD will be included within the show notes.
Ba-bam. Next up with the Greater Toronto Halo 3 2v2 tournament results. First place went to Snow Mexicans, consisting of Transferred and Lunar Phi. They didn't drop a single game during the tournament. Second place went to Elder Respect, consisting of Moniz and Mad Max. There will be a bracket and VOD included in the show notes. Will, take it away.
All right, we then had the Refresh Media Halo 5 2v2 tournament. First place went to Dark Buttons, which included Dark Matter 15 and Tapping Buttons, name you might recognize, did not drop a single game during the tournament. Second place went to Two Young Blaines, which was Gold Star BR and Totally. Bracket will be included within the show notes. Over to you, Josh.
And last but not least, Will, we have the final tournament of the week, which is the Europa Halo. What the fuck did I just say? Europa Halo. No team needed with a twist. Halo 5 tournament results. First place going to the Wonder Boys, consisting of Wonder Boy, Censure, Lundy, and Crossman. Second place going to Legends, consisting of Legend, Zenny, Sir Cheeky Lemon, and Strawley. Bracket and VODs, again, will be included within the show notes. Will, that's it for the tournaments. And while we normally have a main topic of the show in this segment, instead, we have a small subject to talk about, okay? A lot of speculation is going to be happening right now, all right? We have a hotly anticipated Call of Duty title that's coming out. Not this week, but next. Okay. I'm excited. It's the first... You know what? Okay. I know we're a Halo esports podcast. Okay. We gotta give credit where credit is due, though. This is the first Call of Duty game that I have pre-ordered. Okay. And what I mean by that is, I fully pre-purchased it because I got it digitally, obviously. This is the first one I've ever done that for. Ever. The only other Call of Duty that I got on release was because I worked at Best Buy at the time, and everybody else was getting it anyway, that I just said, fuck it. And it was Advanced Warfare. It was the one with Kevin Spacey in the campaign. And I only got it. Now I know he's in some fucking he's in some hot shit now, alright? But at the time, he wasn't, so bear with me. I only got it because he was in the campaign. and I like his acting. Okay? I shit you not, I played like 2 matches of multiplayer. I got the fuck rid of the game. That was my extent with that.
So how do you feel now that this one's all multiplayer? No campaign.
I played the beta. I loved it. And maybe it's just because I'm looking for something new in the shooter space. Because, okay, let's be realistic here. Halo's kind of stale at this point. We're all waiting for Infinite and whatnot. And I love going back and playing Halo 4 and MCC. Don't get me wrong. You already know that. I gush about it all the time. But what I will say is I'm just genuinely excited for Black Ops 4. Will, what are you looking for right now? Oh, okay. He's telling me to keep going, so I'm just going to keep going. No, but seriously, I'm genuinely excited for Black Ops 4. Now, Blackout mode, not my cup of tea. I'm not a Battle Royale guy, but those who've played it say they love it. So there's that. And Will, I know you play mainly on PlayStation if you're not playing on PC. So I got it on Xbox.
You got Call of Duty on Xbox?
I did. You're welcome. I put a question out there in the Discord, right?
Yeah.
Join the Discord if you haven't already. We're a great group of people, and I'm so confused.
Okay.
Please explain.
We're in the basement here. Something smells like it's burning.
Oh shit! I'm not even smelling that.
I know, I'm like, am I...
So my fiance's in the room here, so I'm like signaling to her across the room, like, hey, do you smell that? Can you see if there's something going on here while we're recording?
Heat.
Oh, it could be like your furnace.
The air, I don't know. I'm gonna...
My furnace smelled like something was burning because you turned it on for the first time in the year or whatnot. You don't need to stop the recording. We can keep going.
Okay.
We're going to keep going. I was just so confused because you kept looking over there and I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Sorry, listeners.
It's okay.
Back on track.
We rant for a little bit, remember?
We always
it's
rant.
It's constant in the show. It's
Well,
great.
there you go. So little something might be on fire scare as we're recording.
Exactly. If the recording cuts out, shit hit the fan. If it doesn't, it's on with the show. Okay. So yeah, I put a question in Discord because I'm only gonna play. Realistically, I'm only gonna play if I'm playing with other friends, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why we got World War II on PlayStation 4, because it's I know you like Call of Duty, I know Joey likes Call of Duty, and
Jordan played a lot of it as well.
Yep, exactly. So I'm like, okay, that's an easy place where I can get that. I don't like the controller, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. We still had fun, right? So I put a question in Discord, and I said, what would you guys, if you guys are interested in getting it, what console or what platform are you going to be getting it on? And the overwhelming majority was Xbox, and I'm like, well, fuck. Because I was gonna get it on PC.
Yeah.
And then I was going to get it on PlayStation if you got it on PlayStation. And then they said Xbox, and I'm like, my least choice? Fuck it. So I got it on Xbox. So if you're interested, I mean, don't feel obligated, obviously.
See, it's such a big title that's coming out, and everyone's interested in it. I feel like I should get it.
And then we convert into being a Call of Duty esports podcast. I'm totally joking. I'm totally fucking joking, by the way. I like watching it, but no way am I gonna know in depth about it. Halo's tried and true.
Newly announcing our second show. Just kidding.
Call of Duty Pro Talk.
It doesn't sound as nice.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
But anyway.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's gonna be a good time. But the reason why we're talking about Call of Duty here is because of something that happened over the weekend in regards to Frosty. Frosty, if you guys don't know, you should know. He's a Halo World Champion 2 times. He's on the current Tox roster. And he did a live stream on Twitch. He was playing some Halo with Action Man and a couple other individuals as well. And he stated at first that he was talking to Action Man and he said that he's going to be switching from Halo to competitive Call of Duty. And a news outlet, I'm going to put fucking news in air quotes here because this, I mean, I don't know how much of a reputable source this is.
Was this the same website I sent you?
Yes. And I've seen the link, I read through the article, and I'm like, you guys really seem like you're reaching right now. But, so, I'm going to read the article. Okay? So, Will, you do get me reading for a little bit, which means you can sit back and relax.
Yes.
So I'm going to read this article, and there's things I want you guys to pay attention to. Specifically, how the article comes off. And then also, I went back, after we read the article we're going to discuss and whatnot, but after that, I went through and I watched his live stream. I found the VOD, it'll be included in the show notes, and I watched from that clip onward, right? Because clips can be taken out of context. So I watched the clip and I watched onward, and at the beginning, where this article tends to stick to at the beginning as well, when I listened to him talk to Action Man about it, he sounded like he was half joking. Like, oh, you didn't hear I was switching? Like, no, dude, nobody heard you were switching. Like, what are you talking about? And then everybody's asking him in chat and whatnot, and he said, and I'll read the article, but we'll get into it. Just, yeah. So this article comes from Dexerto, D-X-E-R-T-O, D-E-X-E-R-T-O, my apologies. And I quote, Frosty has been competing at the highest level in Halo since 2014, and after joining CLG in late 2015, he quickly cemented himself as one of the very best players. Over a 2-year span, Frosty won 13 events as part of the CLG Optic Gaming Dynasty, with 6 runner-up placements too. They won back-to-back World Championships in 2016 and 2017, and were one of the most dominant rosters ever in Halo, rivaled only by the likes of Final Boss. Frosty, with teammates Matthew Royal2 Fiorante, Paul Snakebite Duarte, and Tony Lethal Campbell, came second at the 2018 Halo World Championships. And with Halo 5 competitive reaching its final days as fans wait for Halo 6, it looks like Frosty is making the permanent switch to Call of Duty.
Right there, this...
Permanent switch? Or what?
Well, no. He called it Halo 6. It's Halo Infinite. Continue.
I mean, 343 has come out and said that this is Halo 6.
Fine.
But yeah, it's Halo Infinite. I agree with you, but they've come out and they've even said that, yeah, it's basically Halo 6. Back to the article. And I quote, during a recent live stream, Frosty explained that he was making the switch, saying he was following in the footsteps of former Halo Pro turned world champion COD player Matthew Formal Piper. And I quote from Frosty, I'm Discount Formal. I've got to do it. Got to follow in his footsteps, Frosty said, going on to say that he is currently, quote-unquote, finalizing things with a roster for Black Ops 4. Frosty goes on to explain that with the HCS Finals in Atlanta being the final Halo 5 event being planned, he believes that it's time for him to permanently move on to COD, where he hopes to establish himself. Hopefully I can be established in COD, so that I don't have to play Halo 6. I mean, I want to, but if I'm established in COD and have a good team, I'm not going to, switch back to Halo. I'd rather compete in COD. Another quote from Frosty. If Frosty is set on moving to competitive COD, there's a high chance that other top Halo professionals are also at least considering the possibility, especially with no further Halo 5 events expected after Atlanta. It is unclear where it would leave Halo esports should a number of the best and most recognized names were to migrate to Call of Duty, but there's no doubt that skills from Halo are transferable to Call of Duty. Players like Ian Crim6 Porter, Ian Enable Wyatt, and the aforementioned Formal are some of the very best Call of Duty players, and so it's an exciting prospect to have Frosty see if he can follow in their footsteps. Team Envy player Kyler Hook Garland even transitioned from COD to Halo, where he was one of the very best players, and is now back to COD, remaining one of the top talents. One slight issue facing Frosty is that Black Ops 4 releases on October 12th, while the HCS Finals take place on November 16th, meaning he will be unable to make the switch until Black Ops 4 is already a month old. The first Black Ops 4 event is on December 7th, 2018. So, that was the article, right? Then we had a tweet get sent to Frosty by Bobman. And he states, Frosty, honestly though, how much did Dextero pay for that exclusive hashtag intel? Frosty replied with, I don't know why that article is even a thing, LMFAO, but I'll take the juice.
So it's kind of up in the air. It's
yes.
Is it real? Is it not?
I think, okay. Honestly, after going back and watching, now this is pure, okay, let's fucking put an asterisk next to all this. This is all pure speculation right now. None of this is absolutely confirmed. There hasn't been an article that's been fully released by, let's say, Talks or anything in that regard, right? And even Frosty basically denies it on Twitter. Okay? With that being said, I think there's a strong possibility that he will. The reason why I say that is because after watching that clip and moving further on within his stream, he sounds more and more confident as time goes on. At the very beginning, it sounded like he's half-assing joking it, like just to get people roused up, right? Then, when he starts talking about how, well, yeah, if I'm in the process of finalizing things on getting a team, that it sounded genuine. And then, when he also went on to talk about how, I mean, if I'm establishing COD, why would I switch back?
Sure.
And like those were not word for word, okay? So don't quote me on that. Watch the clip. Well, I'm also going to include the VOD for the stream and the timestamp of where he starts that clip, right? And then goes forward. And it basically sounded like there was conviction in his voice when he was talking about actually moving on. And go ahead. What do you think, Will?
So it kind of sounded like joking at first, but then as he actually explained it, it kind of got more serious.
Yep. It definitely sounded serious at the end of it all.
So, I mean, Tox has been one of the more established teams for such a long time. It's hard to see him leaving. And what does that mean for Tox and the other players? They'd obviously have to pick up a talent.
Yep.
Could be a lot happening here.
There could be.
As well as other pros have expressed interest in COD. I don't think no one's officially said I'm switching over for sure.
Well, last week we talked about there are people that have said they're officially moving over. Like we had Kratos, we had Jimbo, we had Suspector, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe one or two other people in there too. Yeah,
we've never, from the top teams in Halo though, like the top four, we haven't heard anyone wanting to switch.
Well, so this isn't like hashtag intel or anything, but a few people on Splice did compete in a Black Ops 3 tournament a couple weeks ago.
Interesting.
Which could instill in people's minds that maybe they're testing the waters, one could say.
Reciprocity just announced their Call of Duty team today.
They did. They did indeed.
So, but yeah, maybe if Frosty actually does make the move, it'll make other players have to look at and evaluate and see if they're going to move on as well. I was in whose Twitter was it? I don't remember the exact person, but they were talking about, man, it's really starting to feel like Halo is the college football of esports.
I saw that tweet too.
So
who the fuck said that?
I think it was.
Was it Moses?
I think it was stated to Onset, and that's why I saw it. But it is almost starting to feel that way, where there's players and talent coming up through Halo that then move on to other games, which we talked about in our Onset interview.
We did, yeah. We did.
So this will provide more room for talent to grow within Halo, and we'll see other people take the top. What I'm hoping happens is if Frosty does leave, that Tox roster stays together and picks up Pistola, because then I would be ecstatic, and I think they would dominate.
See, the problem that I have, if Frosty decides to move on, right, then good for him. We'll support him in anything that he wants to do, obviously. We don't just strictly talk about Halo here. But the other thing is, the Tox, I know it's not all about money, okay? I get that it's not all about money. It's about pride. It's about being great at the game. It's about respect, all that stuff, right? If you're one of the players on a top 1-2 team and you are making that good of money, why would you switch? It's just a thought that I have in the back of my head. I mean, if you want a new challenge, awesome. I mean, I'm not trying to say you should fucking stay because of the money. I'm just saying if you're that established and you're on a top 1-2 team, you're constantly dominating, why would you leave?
I think it comes down to there's no more Halo 5 events planned right now.
That is true. There's not.
Why not keep competing in a different game?
I think he said that too. I think that's exactly what he was talking about, was why not just compete in something else in that off season, or wait until something else is fucking announced.
And if it doesn't work out for him in COD, he can always come back for Infinite. Make a return.
It's a true statement.
And we kind of talked about this with Onset when I said, oh, taking a break, playing a different game you're gonna lose that skill gap. And he said, no, not really. If you're good at Halo 5 or 3, you're always gonna be good at Halo 5 or 3. It might just take a little practice to get back to that.
Yeah. Just getting back in the motions.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I feel like he's never gonna lose the skill on the sticks. He could just, get back into 6 if he needs to, and he has that fallback. So it's almost like a no risk.
It's like a win-win situation for him.
Bit. Yeah, because unless there are more Halo 5 events planned
right
after Atlanta, if we get an announcement, which is kind of scary to me if there isn't anything till 6, and we've been speculating 6 is still a couple of years out.
Tashi did say that there will be an announcement before Atlanta, remember? We talked about it on the show.
He did.
Yep. So there will be an announcement before Atlanta as to what the outlook looks like moving forward. And people need to realize that event's in November. That event's next month. So realistically, we have a little over a month for that announcement to fucking hopefully come to light.
So it could be a thing where he's planning to compete in COD, but maybe if that announcement comes out that there's more events, he can stay with Halo 5.
Very
now,
true.
He says he is forming a team,
yep.
So there could be some logistics with that being worked out. Because if you sign up for a COD team, then all of a sudden your Halo 5 team's competing. Might have some issues. But
true.
I'm sure that would all be worked out between them, whatever.
And the other thing is, too, you know what? I've shit on him a couple times, but I'll just say it. If we're talking about, now I'm not saying this is necessarily going to happen, but you say like they signed up for Call of Duty, but there's still Halo tournaments that are announced and whatnot. Look at Spartan. He's trying his ass off to get better at Rainbow Six and be a competitive force in Rainbow Six. And he said that he will be going to events, and he's still one of the top Halo players in the world. So who knows? Maybe that could tie into the whole one being played during one's off season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'd be dedicating a lot of, you'd be split. It'd be really hard to split the time amongst 2 games competitively and still remain at the top on both ends. But like, that's a hypothetical situation. I'm definitely not saying it will happen, but it's something that could happen. But yeah,
I think we have some waiting to do and see what comes of all this.
We do. And it's unfortunate because I wish we had info now. I hate having this feeling that, I just hate having this lingering waiting feeling, like what the fuck is going to happen?
Yeah, it's uncertainty.
And the worst part is, so, oh my god. I'm going to shit on Halo here for a minute. Okay, here's my rant. All right, it's been a little while since we've had one of these, so I'm going to give it to you. They need to be more upfront with communication. They've gotten better, but they need to do even better than this. Okay? That Call of Duty live stream where they announced their next World League season for Black Ops 4, incredible. They laid it all out. The whole thing. They laid out where every event's going to be. They laid out what the prize pool's going to be. They said that there's going to be an amateur league and a professional league with prize pools for each. They put everything out there. They announced when roster lock is going to happen. That's a fucking other thing that Halo needs. We need a definitive roster lock. None of this, fucking 2 weeks before tournament, bye. No, none of that shit. There needs to be definitive roster locks. So that's why we need a Pro League season back. To make it so sticking with your fucking team matters. Because basically, it's like it doesn't fucking matter right now.
What if they did it more like pro sports, where you could have the organization trade players? Like, do like an actual, like...
But you also have a trade deadline, too.
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck it, sure.
Like, if you're going for the season, there's how many ever events.
Yep.
By the second event, trade deadline's over, whatever. It is what it is. You guys are sticking together for the rest of the season.
Yep. I think it's great. And then more events need to take place at that point. Make them a month and a half to 2 months apart. Okay? We're basically there right now. We just need more. We need them throughout the fucking year. I don't like... We have a few months of an off season. We don't need an off season. We need to keep going. So we need Pro League back. We already talked about this at length, but we need to hit these points home. We need a Pro League back. We need roster deadlines in fucking place so people stick together, and that way there's not all this mumbo-jumbled shit so people can actually pay attention more. It's hard when every single week we talk about, oh, this team picked up this person and dropped this person and blah, blah, blah. And then when it comes to a LAN event for like an open, it doesn't even matter because that team's completely different. It's like what the pros have been talking about, where the seeding, those points that you get for the 2Ks don't mean shit. And it's sad.
It is.
I want them to mean something.
Yeah, the structure's just not there.
Exactly. And they need to they need more professionally casted matches as well. They need a reason for you to tune into their fucking streams. Like, I respect the hustle of the professional players out there trying to get their grind on for streaming and whatnot, and I appreciate the casual players out there streaming as well. It's just, we need more professionally casted matches. These 2Ks, oh, you're going to stream the final. Whoop-de-fucking-doo-dah. Who do you think's going to be in the final? Give us the other ones. There are closer matches that take place during the rest of the 2K. Those should be the ones casted as well. During London, people were livid that a lot of these close matches on the Bravo, on the side stations weren't casted at all.
Which I'm surprised, because at the other broadcast, we did have a
Bravo stream
on the HCS rather than the Halo
exactly
side.
Maybe the venue didn't wasn't
accommodate.
Yeah, maybe the venue wasn't able to provide that. In which case, I get it. It's fine if that's the case. It's just we should have asked Onset. But man, it would have been so much nicer to have. It didn't even need to technically be 2 continuous streams. Just give us more professionally casted content. It'll make people more engaged. It'll grow that viewership and it'll get people to want to watch more. That's the whole point. Like, I'm all for hyping Halo Infinite all day, but the fact of the matter is you have a game that's on its heels of dying, realistically. Right? Game's been out for years. I still like watching it. I still love hearing people talk about it. We just need more professionals in that space casting that shit.
So what? I'm curious here.
What's up?
The Gears following.
They're doing a phenomenal job. They have Friday fight nights for Gears that are streamed. Where two professional teams go up against each other on Fridays. It's a constant thing that they have scheduled. Halo isn't doing any of that.
Right, and what we heard from the organization, right, the president that was reached out on behalf for us, is that there's just not enough Halo content out there.
Right.
For it to be brought into that popularity spotlight.
So HCS should be making that fucking content. I'm not kidding. The only thing, and this isn't to, oh my God, I'm sounding so rude right now. This isn't to shit on the person who's running the HCS Twitter account, but that HCS Twitter account states who the winner is of a game or a series or whatever, and then just tweets out settings updates. There you go. That's not content. Well, it is content, but it's regurgitated. We need new shit. I'm not even saying you don't even need to do like the Friday Fight Night thing that Gears is doing, but good on you guys for actually doing that. And the oh my God, the best part is it wasn't even the grand final. I fucking shit you not. It wasn't even the grand final of that Gears tournament. 25,000 people watching on Twitch. Halo tops out at 10K during the grand final now. How fucking sad is that?
I remember the first Halo grand final I watched. I think it was like 50K.
Yep. And then
so, and that was back when Pro League was a thing.
Wait.
I believe.
What was that, Will?
Yep. So, yes, this has been a little rant kind of on how Halo needs to pick up some slack here.
And that's the thing. We want them to do this.
Yeah, and we're not trying to shit on them for the sake of shitting on them.
Right.
Because we love Halo. That's why we're here every week.
Yup. I love it more than...
I'm not
going to say my wife because that'd be really fucking bad.
We just want it to be back in the spotlight because we feel it can be and it deserves to be because
Absolutely.
there is a legacy with Halo and it should be continued and a light should be continued to be shined on it. It just needs to be brought there. It's just doing what's currently been done isn't going to get it there.
And you know what? I'm going to say it right here, right now. I think I've said it before, but fuck it. Halo 5 is the game that's being continued. It will not be Halo 3.
So you're kind of going back on what you've said.
I'm pretty fucking sure. Based off what I'm hearing, I'm pretty fucking sure.
It has to be. I've always thought it was going to be. Well, I understood that there might be some like side tournaments with Halo 3 and whatnot.
Sure.
But yeah, I think Halo 5 has to continue. I'm hoping they're just ramping up for Giant 6, like Giant Infinite release. But they need to do something before it releases.
You know what would be really cool?
Like, oh, Halo 6 is here. Now we're going to...
You know what I think they should do?
What are you thinking?
Halo Infinite pre-release tournament.
Just so players can see it?
Yep, so you get all the pros. You can invite them out there. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. But bring a pre-release build. I'm not saying like a few months from now a pre-release build because that game, I'm telling you, that game doesn't come out until 2020. I'm still has my fucking foot planted on that. But we're in October already. We're 2 months away from almost being in the new year. Okay? So 2019, let's say spring 2019. I don't care. Invite all the pro players out to the 343 offices or a venue itself. It doesn't matter to me. And have a Halo Infinite pre-release event. Get people excited. Get people to see what you guys are doing. Take the feedback from the professional players that play your game. Go from there. It doesn't need to be polished. I'm not saying like have $1 million prize pool like Worlds or anything like that. I'm saying give people a snippet. Give them a little taste. It's like when they bring Destiny to trade shows. They're giving people a taste of the new multiplayer experience that they're making. Gambit, whatever it may be. They're giving people that snippet. That little nibble. They need to do the same for Halo. We know it's coming. We know you guys are working your asses off on it. Show us a little something. If it's broken, fuck it, it's broken. There doesn't need to be money on the line. Those pros are going to be ecstatic that they get to play it. Just give me something. Just something.
I think Josh is itching for something new.
I am. I really am. That's why I'm so excited for Call of Duty this year. I never am. I'm never excited for a Call of Duty release, okay? I'm far from that demographic. I'm craving a new shooter to play. So badly, and that beta felt so good. I'm so excited for that fucking game. And if I put it down after 5 hours, fuck it, I put it down after 5 hours. But I was excited up until that point.
Do you think that enough will be done to make Infinite bring back the viewership and hype that surrounded Halo prior, and will it sustain?
Are we okay, because this is a hotly debated topic, right? Are we talking about in its glory days? Are we talking about Halo 5's release? Like, what type of viewership are we talking about here?
Like, I want it to be... Like, Halo is competitive enough, and there's enough strategy and skill involved in this game.
Yes.
To where it should be, in my eyes, one of the top esports. Like, up there with Call of Duty. It's always... That was, like, the battle. You know, do I... Call of Duty or Halo? They should be fighting each other for that top spot. Now, Halo is significantly fallen off.
So we have a community creations video that we're going to talk about in a little bit, but that video hits on exactly what we're talking about. And so Halo 3 was its peak.
Yeah.
Okay, when Halo 3 released and Halo 3 was in its prime, that was peak viewership. It was the top esport. It was the top esport in North America. Let me preface that shit. Okay? And it was untouchable, right? I don't think it reaches that pinnacle again. Honest to God, I don't. I want it to, and I'd love to be proven wrong in this aspect. I think it'd be unbelievable if they're able to top it, right? But you're right. It's got the competitive nature and the skill. It's got the skill ceiling involved to where the best are definitely separated from the worst, right? It's like what Summit was saying. Summit was I was watching Summit 1G on Twitch last night, okay? And people were asking about Destiny because he was playing Destiny for a while. And he's like, honestly, the skill ceiling is so fucking low in that game that there's no point in playing it. There's no competitive nature to it. None at all. And then he went to talk about Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike, the skill ceiling is so fucking high and there's so many people playing that game that you don't have to worry about if you're bad like I would be. Because I would be able to jump in and play against people that are my same skill level and work my way up the more I play, the better I get. And you have that huge disconnect between the top tier players and me, right? With Destiny, you don't. Halo is the same way, not in regards to Destiny, but more in the realm of Counter-Strike, where that skill ceiling is so high that you can definitely tell the best players from the not best players like me. So, like you said, Halo has that competitive nature. It should fucking be up there. It's just, I think that goes back to what you were talking about with the interview that was had with that owner of the esports organization, right? Mm-hmm. There's just not content out there. And organizations want people who are influencers. Therefore, they're not there. I
mean, let's look at Fortnite.
Oh, yeah. That skill ceiling is huge, too.
If Fortnite never makes it to Twitch, like, just let's say, Fortnite blew up because of the content on Twitch.
Yes, and I'm sorry to interrupt. It continues to be up there, not just because of Ninja, but also because of all the content that they put in week after week. They keep putting stuff out. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to get to that point, but thank you.
Yes.
So Fortnite blew up. I would have never played it if I would have never seen streamers playing it, which then, these big streamers, Ninja and Fortnite kind of blew up hand in hand.
Yes.
But Ninja was so good at it, it made people be like, oh, what's this game? Why is he so good at it? And then other people became good at it. And now there's a ton of people competing and vying for that top spot. And yes, the continuous content helps tremendously, where there's new stuff to do every week. There's the maps evolving. So there's new stuff to learn, new strategies, new tactics. And honestly, this is where I think Halo has its downfall, is that Call of Duty has a new game every year. There's new things to learn. There's new weapons, weapons are kind of the same, but new metas to learn. Where Halo, it's been the same thing for 4 years? 4 years of the same.
3 to 4 years, yep.
If you go back to science, if you watch the same thing, do the same thing over and over again, you eventually get bored of it. Your brain receptors wear out over time. That's why there's the law of diminishing returns. If you drink one Mountain Dew, oh yeah, this is great. You drink 3 or 4, your brain's like, oh, I think I've had enough Mountain Dew.
Now I need like 5 more.
I think we've had enough Halo 5 at this point. I think 6 needs to get here now.
I think we're well beyond.
I know it's not happening, but I think that's what keeps Call of Duty up there. Is there's always, it's not always, it's once a year, but it allows for the refresh once a year. Where Halo, it's been the same thing over and over again. And yes, they throw in new modes. Yes, they throw in new maps. They should have been varying this more often from the start.
Thank you. That's it right there. They should have had new shit introduced much quicker on and semi more frequently as well. Not only in the competitive sense, but in the casual sense as well. The new maps that they added to Halo 5 were dog shit. I'll shit on them all day for that. It's a fact. The new maps that were added to Halo 5 were reskins of old maps in Halo fucking 5. They weren't reskins of maps in previous Halo games. They were reskins of maps in the base fucking game. Where? Oh, but the maps are free. Fuck you. Are you serious?
Josh getting all of his frustrations out right now.
I'm honestly irritated. I was so excited when 5 was coming out. Like, a new Halo game. Obviously, I'm stoked, right? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited. I'm a true Halo fan. Like, I love anything and everything Halo. Okay, I'm going to be excited no matter what game gets released. But when you advertise that all DLC is free, like all content packs are free, that's fucking awesome. That makes it so the person who bought the game day 1, the person who bought the game day 365, it doesn't even matter, is getting the same exact experience as everybody else, which is phenomenal. But when you're releasing your free content as rehashes of the same content, no. If you pull that shit in Infinite, you best believe I'm going to be talking about that. And I'm not going to be nice.
I think that I would have hoped they would have learned from that.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think it all comes down to what type of game Infinite is.
Yep. We don't even know that yet.
We don't even know. There's a lot of speculation we can go on with Infinite. It could be... It
could be
world.
A third-person MMO.
It could be.
It won't be, but...
I know. I know. But anyway. Are we done with this half-hour rant?
I don't know, are we? Is there anything else like that I fucking want to get out about this?
There's a lot we could talk about.
There is.
The Halo. And all this kind of will lead up to our topic next week, which is...
Yes.
How can Halo esports remain relevant? We talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, but I want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, what do you guys think needs to be done to bring Halo back into this grand center stage light?
Exactly. We talked about a few weeks ago how, like, what we think will happen for the next couple HCS seasons, right? Is it going to be Halo 3? Is it going to be Halo 2 Anniversary? Is it going to be Halo 5? Blah, blah, blah. We're speculating on that. But we want to know what you think, like Will said, needs to happen for it to remain relevant, to hopefully, for lack of a better term, get back on top, right? To be where it should be in this esports-centric streaming day and age that we're in today.
And I know it'll probably be never where it was, but the truth is it was one of like the first scenes to pop up that I noticed, and I just want it to still be in the light somewhere. Where it's at now, it's kind of, it feels like it's not considered as much as other esports.
It was one of the first great console shooter esports titles. And I know that's like a very small subset, but realistically, when you're thinking about it, you had StarCraft, Jesus, in Korea. You had Counter-Strike as well. But when you were in North America, it was Halo, 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 man. And MLG got its roots started with Halo. And look where we are now. It's not even one of their games anymore. Like, I remember when it was announced that MLG was dropping Halo, my heart hurt for that. Okay? When you're watching this as a kid, when you're watching all these MLG tournaments and you get excited, because you're in school, you don't have to do anything over the weekend, you know? And you have your whole weekend planned out. You're at home, you're watching the entire tournament online on MLG.com. This is before Twitch was the thing. And the days of straight ripping, the days of final boss, like Carbon, so on and so forth. You remember that. Like, it's not even just nostalgic. It was just true to form. I don't know how to explain it. And then when they said that they were leaving, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. Halo Reach started the drop off. Halo 4 made things worse. And then Halo 5, it's like, where do we go from here, man? Just crazy.
I really think something that would help would, in 6, for multiplayer, have quote MLG settings playlist again.
Yes.
Have that
Yes.
playlist for the select few who
At launch.
set the bar for what the competitive scene needs to be at launch. So that gets people interested in wanting to compete in Halo. And maybe that's another issue we could talk about, is what makes Halo not bringing in well, we kind of already did.
Yeah, we did.
We can just talk in circles about this.
Right.
Everything kind of ties into each other.
We need everything at launch. The MLG settings. All of the fucking game modes at launch. Oddball at launch. King of the Hill. Bring the fucker back. Why is it not even I still don't get how it's not a thing in Halo 5.
What if... they need to bring back some of these modes, but they also need new modes.
No, absolutely.
Things
absolutely.
that grab attention.
Yep.
Things that will... for me, Slayer's always been the biggest thing. That seems to be
It's a bread and butter.
Yes. I like seeing the teams not have to worry about an objective and just true slaying power and the way they can control the map. Objective modes can be fun, but anyway, a lot needs to be done to bring it back.
Exactly. And we want to know what you guys think needs to happen for it to be back on top.
Yeah.
Shall we continue the show?
Yeah, that was a long segment.
It was. Remember, so before we started recording, I looked at Will right in the eyes and I said, Will, it's going to be a quick show this week. Guess what? It's not anymore. Next up, we have some shout-outs. First and foremost, we gotta show support where support is due. Congratulations to Optic Gaming for winning the Gears Pro Circuit San Diego Open 2018, making it look easy. Taking out Ghost Gaming in the grand final. Throwing the trash talk. Remember the Ryanoob Spartan ordeal? Think about that times 11 every single time a round is completed in Gears of War. And to put things into perspective, maps are best of 3, and there are 7 rounds need to be won per map to win the map, which means there's a potential
21 games, 21 rounds being played.
Yeah, yep.
Jeez.
Yep. So think about that. After damn near every round, someone's getting up and screaming at the other team. Every time. It's great stuff. And then also, congratulations to Shyway, who we've shouted out last week, if I'm not mistaken, on becoming the host of HCS Weekly by UGC. So congratulations to you. Tom T Squared Taylor, I see you out there.
Making moves.
He is making moves. They just announced a new company today. Think about putting wagers and having online ladders for esports titles. It's good shit. Go ahead and check it out over at T Squared's Twitter. Will.
Yes, sir.
What do we got for some community creations?
The cop-out. As always. Meme Monday on Reddit. We got, as we've talked about before, the rise and fall of Halo Esports by the Score Esports.
It is a great video.
I will be watching it right after this. And then we have This War is Ours. Scott Puddle's Halo 5 montage. It's awesome. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. Yeah. Scott Puddle, huge in our Discord. Join it if you want to join the community discussion.
Yeah.
Josh, anything to say?
No?
He's just kind of staring at me from across the table.
Today was a fun episode, Will.
We got a lot of discussion out.
We did. But we're not done yet. Because believe it or not, Will, there's one more thing I need you to do. And that is, drum roll please. Just kidding, don't do that because it'll fuck with the mics. Will, plug the show!
You can find us on your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. Leave us a review and let others know about the show. We are on Google Play, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, and others as well. You can join our Discord, as we talked about many times here today. Link will be provided. You can also join our Xbox Club if you'd like to get into that community playdate. We'll also be getting that Google Doc out for you to sign up onto. Let us know what game you would like to play so that we can get the right people in. If you like multiple game modes, types, whatever, well, information will be there. You can join our Spartan company. We are not that many people, but we're there. Just search HCS Pro Talk for both those things. You can find us on social media on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We'll keep pumping out the content. We're here every week. We thank you for listening. Josh is going to keep doing the MLG horns as I talk us out.
But Will, what's on the next episode?
On the next episode, we have Microsoft Store tournament results, 2K tournament results, the Beyond Astro Spartans tournament results, and the main topic, as we've went on way too long about today, how can Halo esports remain relevant? What does Halo Infinite need to do to keep players and spectators interested? We'll look for your input via Twitter poll. And as always, thanks for listening. Josh, close us out.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for HCS Pro Talk, episode 40 for the week of October 2nd, 2018. I want to thank you very much for listening.
Mr. Macho Man over there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's going to do it for us this week. We're going to see you next time where Will fucks up some roster names. It's going to be great. But until then, bye-bye.